So I think it's kind of way too early to do predictions of total wins and losses. Obviously, I gave my, early predictions of the Bengals 12-5, but I'm not going to predict any other team right now because you kind of can't until the schedule comes out and until the draft happens. You really can't give an honest prediction on how the league's going to finish next year because there really is so much change that's going to happen over the next 2 months. I mean, the draft alone changes so much in the NFL. Unlike baseball, where it's not really important for 3 years, in football, it's right away. You got football, right? So, and then the schedule is also very important because if you get a very backloaded schedule, then that completely changes everything. But if you have a more evenly balanced schedule, then yeah, it could help you out. If you have a top loaded schedule, a lot of teams in the beginning of the year, they actually play better than the end of the year. So they might be able to get through some of the top, best teams on their schedule. And then they start to kind of fizzle out. Well, if you have an easy schedule there on out, you should be fine, right? So Colin Cowherd, smartest man in the industry, as they would say, right? Not. Went ahead and gave his projected win totals for this upcoming season. So this is what he expects them to hit and expects them to finish with. So he's at 11.5 points for the Bills. 11.5 points. 11.5 wins for the Bills, which, to be honest, is not bad at all. Dolphins, 8.5. Okay. Patriots, 7.5. And Jets, 5.5. So he expects them to go, when he says half, imagine it being over. So he expects them to go 9-8, at least 11-6, or 11-6 or 12-5, and then so on, so on. So, I don't really have a problem with this one, actually, to be honest. My prediction, or again, I'm not predicting, but based on these win totals, I think that the Dolphins are a real interesting team because they depend on Tua so freaking much, whether he stays healthy or not. And if Tua can't stay healthy, then you don't even put a win total on there. But if he stays healthy, obviously, the sky's the limit for them. Although the Tyreek Hill situation, he might get traded during the draft, so that's a whole mess. I don't know if the Patriots are a 7.5 win team yet. I think they will be in the future, and I do have a lot of faith in Drake May, but I think that the Patriots right now, I would probably like to put them at 5.5, and I think that's probably a rough estimate of where I put them. All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Oh, God, okay. 11.5 points for the Ravens. I keep saying points. 11.5 wins for the Ravens. Bro, I don't know why points is in my brain right now. 11.5 wins for the Ravens. 9.5 wins for the Bengals. I feel like this is a very, very conservative estimate for Colin Cowherd. And I get it. Sometimes these analysts, they like to be right. So they'll do very conservative ones like this. Because we went 9-8 the last 2 seasons. So conservative estimate would be we were going to win 9.5 games. Pretty much how it's going to work. Ravens 11.5. Come on now. That's probably accurate. But we'll probably go 12-5. I think we're going to go 12-5 personally. And I could see the Ravens going 11-6. So I'm actually not really against this at all. The Steelers, they got to go 9-8. They got to go above 500 or else the world ends. That's just how it works. And the Brownies getting 5.5 wins is really, really nice to say. I mean, I don't even think the Brownies are going to get 2 wins. The Brownies are really in that bad of a situation. Now, the Brownies get Kirk Cousins with right now, it's rumored that they're going to trade for Kirk Cousins. I think that they get 1 win. Yeah, I think 2 wins right now. Trade for Kirk Cousins, you get 1 win. Done. I think Kirk makes him a worse team somehow, some way. Let's go with the Kenny Pickett Express. Yeah, I mean, the AFC South, I think in general, is a absolute cluster fluff of a basement. It's a cesspool right now. Texans winning the division, I think, is pretty much what everyone expects. I think the Colts could come out of nowhere and start to become a really good team. I don't think Daniel Jones is the option, but I think that is possible. Chiefs 11.5. Yeah, whatever. I mean, they're gonna win a division no matter what. The Broncos will be better, and the Chargers will be better as well. The Raiders, I don't know if 6.5 is where I see them. I see them at more 4.5, mainly because I don't know if Geno Smith is gonna work out. Who is he throwing it to? Like, that's really what it comes down to with Geno Smith. He's not throwing the ball at anybody, so I don't really have faith that he's going to get the job done there. Did we miss a division? West, East? No, we didn't. All right, so NFC win totals. Yeah, Cowboys 7.5. I kind of find funny. I'm going to say the under on that one. I'm going to put it at like 5.5. I don't really have faith in the Cowboys at all, but they did just trade for Joe Milton, and maybe Dak Prescott will be done and Joe Milton will be the guy moving forward. Who knows? Yeah, the NFC North. Listen, they're the scariest division right now until you get to the playoffs. That's how I look at it for the NFC North. The other cesspool, I love how the AFC South and the NFC South are the cesspools of the league, and they're never going to change. 49ers 10.5 wins, 9.5 for the Rams. I mean, the Niners could definitely have a bounce back season. Obviously last year didn't work out. They got rid of Deebo Samuel. They got rid of a lot of pieces this offseason. I honestly think that the Rams are going to win the division again, and I think the Niners, I'm going to put them at I would put them at 7.5, to be honest. I don't think the Seahawks are 7.5 either. Like, I get it, Sam Darnold, but they got rid of pretty much every asset they had. They got rid of their quarterback. They got rid of DK Metcalf. They got little Tyler Lockett. Yes, they got Cooper Kupp. Yes, they got Sam Darnold, but I don't think they're going to be that good of a team, to be honest. I think people are kind of overrating that completely. So now he has his over and unders of his win per total. So he thinks that the Commanders will go over, Patriots will go over, Titans will go over, Chiefs go under, 49ers go under, and Cowboys go under. Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I don't really follow Colin Cowherd because I don't think he's logical. I think his takes are usually absolutely idiotic, and the stuff he says makes no damn sense, and I think he just says stuff to say stuff just to piss people off, because if we're being honest, rage bait content is what sells nowadays. It's kind of sad, but this happens all the time when it comes to sports media. Is rage bait content sells way better than actual logical analysis content. Like, people rather listen to someone who's just going to rage bait them and say, Joe Burrow is the worst quarterback in the league, Joe Burrow, blah, 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 and trash Joe Burrow the whole entire video, than watch someone who's actually going to be logical about Joe Burrow. Because rage bait sells. People want to comment. People want to say something about rage bait. They want to scream and yell. They want to get mad at the person and say, hey, the person's an idiot, right? And that gets the person views. It gets them money. Gets some airtime. And these networks, what they realize is, at the end of the day, if you're a network, all you want is views. You want eyeballs on the screen watching you. Because that's more people who are going to look at your sponsors. More people are going to watch commercials. More people who are going to interact with your content, right? So going up there and saying logical takes, sadly in the sports media world, is pointless. Because everyone's going to say logical takes. So you have to separate yourself from everybody else. Well, what these analysts realize is, if we keep doing the same old, no one's going to watch us. Because reality-wise, Colin Cowherd, is he entertaining? No. Is he interesting? No. Is he special in any way? No. So what they do is they put rage bait out there. They say stuff that's outlandish because it pisses people off. No one's going to talk about an analyst giving a logical point that Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the league. But you sprinkle a little extra sugar in there and say, Joe Burrow is not a top 10 quarterback. And now you got people talking about it. People sending it to their friends. People sending it to the family. Holy crap. I can't believe this guy said this. It's crazy. That's how it works. But that's why I don't like sports media. That's why I rarely anymore talk about sports media when it comes to these analysts. I don't usually cover Colin Cowherd. I don't cover Nick Wright. He's gotten a lot better, and I think he's done a really good job of seeing the light when it comes to being logical. A lot of his takes honestly went from rage bait to really just logical takes, which I really appreciate for that reason. But Colin Cowherd's still in that cesspool. Freaking Keyshawn Johnson still in that cesspool. I mean, again, maybe Keyshawn's actually an idiot, and maybe I'm just completely stupid here, but the guy said and this was a year and a half ago, that Joe Burrow didn't even win his division yet. Like, you said that on live TV, and no one corrects him. No one corrects him. The network doesn't call in and say, hey, Keyshawn, man, you might want to correct this buddy because he's won his division twice. No one does. And again, maybe it's everyone in the studio is an idiot and stupid, or it's rage bait. Because they know people are going to send that to their friends and talk about it and say, hey, blah, blah, blah. This guy said that Joe didn't win his division. What an idiot. Of course he has. And you know, hook, line, sinker, right? When you go fishing, you throw the bait out and they come up, the fish, and they eat the bait and then you get the fish, right? That's what it is. It's fishing. They're throwing the bait out. Keyshawn says that. Oh, Joe Burrow hasn't won his division yet. No one corrects him. And then, bam, now everyone's talking about it. Now everyone's pissed off. Now everyone's going to write an article about it or write stories about it. And that's the whole gig. It's how they make the money. So that's why I don't cover them anymore, because it's stupid. Like, they're not saying their actual opinions. These sports media guys, a lot of them are just freaking puppets. They're puppets or shells of an actual analyst. Say outlandish stuff that they know is wrong, that they know is bullcrap, just to get people to talk and click and send to their friends. So it's outrageous. So that's why a lot of the times I see these posts about people saying, this guy said this, the guy said that, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I bet he did. I bet he did, because that's the point. But yeah. See you guys in the next one, though. Peace out.